All right, guys, we've got a 2007 Big Dog K-9 Softail chopper motorcycle for sale. This bike has been chopper wired, and the speedometer and odometer have been disconnected, so I do not know the exact mileage. I was told by the previous owner that it has right around 15,000 miles. And so that's my guess to where it's at, but I can't guarantee mileage on the bike. This particular bike is equipped with the metallic red base paint job, and you've got different variations of tribal flames, and you also have a little bit of rhino lining done on the gas tank. I will show you here shortly. Now, in 2007, Big Dog equipped these bikes with the extremely powerful 117 cubic inch, 1,916 cc SNS V-twin motor. They also equipped the bikes with a 6-speed Baker transmission. This bike is also equipped with right side balance drive. You have PM disc brakes, also PM polished billet wheels. Definitely no expenses were spared when this bike was built. Up front, you've got a 21-inch rim. In the rear, you've got an 18-inch rim with a gigantic 300mm tire. Definitely gives the bike that classic chopper look. I acquired the bike from the second owner. He has owned it for approximately about 9 or 10 years. He acquired it from the original owner, who owned it for a very, very short period before he acquired it. Now, the bike has a couple different additions. First off, you've got the sissy bar ready struts. What that's going to allow you to do is to pop a sissy bar into these mounting brackets here. That will allow you to utilize the sissy bar as a backrest pad or to carry some gear on it. Definitely a nice thing to have. You also have the rear passenger pegs. So that will allow you to add a pillion pad or a 2-up seat to facilitate that passenger. You have the Super Trap exhaust. Looks great, sounds even better. Definitely a nice exhaust system. And then you've got the barrel tool roll bag, so that will allow you to bring some more gear with you. Throw a bottle of water in there, your registration, so on and so forth. So, as mentioned before, the bike has been chopper wired. The previous owner wanted to get rid of the factory electronic harness controller, and so he had a shop chopper wire it. So they removed the turn signal, actuators, the horn, and they also removed the speedometer cable, all that stuff. So you basically have running lights and brake lights, and so I just want to point that out so you're aware of that. I'd rate the bike at an 8 out of 10. It's got a few different things that you don't see standard on other big dogs, and so it's definitely been ridden. Isn't a garage queen, and so but the bike is very, very mechanically sound. Rides great, still looks good. Not show quality, obviously. So you've got that rear Avon tire. It's getting a little bit lower. Should probably be replaced here shortly. So just want to give you a heads up there. That's something we can discuss at the time of negotiations on the bike. rear fender has scuffs and scratches. Hopefully you'll be able to notice this, but you've also got two holes here. I'm assuming the previous owner had some sort of badge there, and that's why he drilled into the fender so he could mount that. I'm sure that could be fixed, but it's going to be sold as is, just so you know about it. Hopefully you can see the scuffs on that rear fender. Not bad to the point where it would need to be repainted. I think you could redo the clear coat and that would look quite a bit better. It just depends on what your needs are. So, polish billet is in fair shape. Could use some elbow grease to look better, but you can definitely tell it's been polished once in a while, hasn't been let go completely kind of thing. So hopefully you get a better idea of the condition of the polished billet. That pulley has some surface scratches and scuffs. Big Dog solo seat is in good shape. It is 10 years old, so I realize there's going to be a little bit of wear and tear. Electrical covers are in fair shape, with the exception of some surface scratching scuffs. Bottom of the frame has some scrapes. These bikes sit so low to the ground, it's dang near impossible to prevent it from occurring. You've got some rock chips there on that swing arm. You can see the scuffs underneath there. Same thing with the Super Trap exhaust. Got some scuffing and marking. Rocker box covers are in fair shape. I would expect some blemishing on there. Nothing crazy, but the bike has definitely been used, as you can tell. Gas tank has some surface scratching. The previous owner put this rhino lining on the top. He didn't explain why, but it is there. So I want to point that out. I'm sure that could be changed if that's something that drove you nuts, but want to definitely point that out. Mirrors, hand control, handlebars in fair shape. As mentioned before, none of these switches function because they are not hooked up, and so that will be sold as is. I just want to let you know that their speedometer and odometer do not work. They are not hooked up. Down tubes on the frame are in fair shape. Again, expect some light rock chips and scuff marks just from being used. You've got that barrel tool roll bag there. I looked underneath there. There are a couple of blemishes on the down tubes just from being strapped to the down tubes. Just want to point that out. Front forward control pegs are in okay shape. They could use some polishing to look better. It's pretty difficult to get a polishing tool in between the rubber here, and so that is something that's rather hard to polish and to look like new. Anyone who is familiar with the Big Dog brand, I'm sure you're aware of that. Overall though, the rubber's in pretty good shape. It's not separating on the pegs, anything of that sort. You do have some scuff marks right here from leaning too far into a turn. Shift peg has some scuff marks as well. Has dragged up against something there. So Handlebars are in fair shape with some scuff marks. Headlight is in fair shape with some scuff marks. Turn signal lights have been removed on the front end. Front forks, the chrome is in decent shape. Really don't see any pitting chrome. You do have some nick marks in here, but nothing too crazy. Overall in fair shape. Front fender, got that good looking paint. Same theme here, you do have some scuff marks on there. Nothing crazy, but the bike has definitely been ridden, and so just want to give you a heads up there. Polished billet on that front wheel is in fair shape. I could use a little bit of elbow grease to look better, but not in bad shape. Top of that front fender in fair shape. Have some scuff marks there. Front tire is a Michelin tire. It has been replaced within the last year. I was told it has less than 250 miles on it. So I'm going to advertise this as 85% of tread remaining. Front fender on this side, kind of the same theme of the bike. You've got some blemish marks, nothing crazy, but definitely want to point that out. The lower portion of the front forks on this side in fair shape, with the exception of some rock chips. Handlebars and mirrors on the side, not bad. Again, the bike has been used. I am rating it an 8 out of a 10, so just keep that in mind. Gas tank on this side in fair shape. You've got some scuff marks and surface scratches. Engine on this side is in decent shape. Rocker box covers, same as the other side. A little bit of blemishing, but not bad. Shift peg and forward foot control over here in fair shape. Could use some polishing. You've got that typical classic oxidation in between the rubber, but the rubber is in pretty good shape. You've got some scuff marks on the bottom of that peg, again from leaning too far into a turn. Big Dog solo seat in fair condition. You can see there's got a little bit of wear and tear, some veins in the leather there. No major blemishes or cuts, anything of that sort though. Got the electrical box cover. Right there you've got your high and low beam switch for your headlight. That's what that is. Primary cover's in okay shape. Same theme as the rest of the bike. You've got some scuff marks, surface scratches. decent shape, but you do have some wear and tear. Got some chipping chrome there. That pretty much happens on every big dog motorcycle, just from the way the kickstand functions. Same condition there as the rest of the bike. Rubber's in good shape. Just could use some polishing in between the rubber. Got the sissy bar ready strut. That is a polished billet. Could use a little bit of polishing as well. Got the license plate bracket that's been turned sideways to give the bike a little bit more of a custom look. It has a little bit of oxidation. Could use some polish work as well. Swing arm is in fair shape. I just would expect some rock chips, light rock chips, so on and so forth. Polished billet on the rear wheel on the side is in fair shape. Again, could use some polishing to look better, but I think this has definitely been polished, you know, on an annual basis. It definitely hasn't been let go where it's never been touched. So all right, let's go ahead and fire the bike up. You've got your start switches down here. right, so there you have it. Definitely shows the bike runs extremely well. Rides even better. The bike ride's really nice. Everything functions as it should, and definitely is a nice motorcycle. If you guys do have any additional questions, definitely don't hesitate to give me a phone call or shoot me a text message. You can reach me on my direct cell phone number, which is 801-564-0629. Again, that's 801-564-0629. You can also shoot me an email. Another great way to track our inventory is to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Definitely gives you a better idea of our new and upcoming inventory. If this video has been helpful, please definitely hit the like button. That would definitely be appreciated. I most definitely appreciate your time and also look forward to the possibility of working with you. Thank you so much.